Those of you in the Dallas area, you got to still be reeling over the events of this past weekend. The new owner of the Dallas Cowboys of the NFL, Jerry Jones, has already set up offices in Big D. And the face of the Cowboys started to change almost immediately after the news of his purchase got out Saturday night. And speaking of faces, one of, if not the most recognizable face in the NFL will not be on the sidelines next year. Tom Landry has been ousted. And on Monday, as the Cowboys minicamp went on as scheduled, Landry's unscheduled departure took place. Nick Charles has the story.
Tom Landry was back at his desk over the weekend, but this time to empty it. The 64-year-old Landry had coached the Cowboys from the moment they were conceived, but now it's over. And Monday morning, this legend walked through the team's complex for perhaps the last time. He met with his players, told them he loved them, and asked them to give their best to the new coach, and to, above all, keep their composure, the way he always did.
You know, this is a crisis, you know, on a football team when you have a changing of the guard, and they've got to take a positive attitude, and that's the thing I like to see them do. And the other thing is tell them how much I was going to miss them.
And the feeling was unmistakably mutual.
It's a tough business, and it's cutthroat sometimes, but you never think that somebody like him is subject to all of that.
He didn't ask any sympathy from any player on the team. What he asked is that we continue to go out there and give it 110%. And I think that shows that he's the foundation of this organization, and that he want to continue to see this organization do well.
You know, my heart really went out to him, and but you know, that's kind of the way this business is, and I think he realized that probably more than anybody.
To a man, the players said there was a better way to let Landry go. The cold fact is, though, he was unceremoniously dumped, the way coaches who have never enjoyed a fraction of his success are dumped. But Landry, in keeping with his character, refused to take a parting shot.
I'm not better. You know, that's just my nature is not to be better. You know, I just think that you have to judge people as to how they operate, and sure, I think right now they could have done it a lot better.
But Monday in Arkansas, new owner Jerry Jones insisted he was sensitive to the subject.
The point is that it did mean everything to me for Coach Landry to hear what I had to say in the manner I had to say it as quickly as possible. And that was done. We made every effort in the world. Frankly, Coach Landry would have known about it a second after Schramm knew about it if we could have gotten to him.
While nobody debates Jones's right to fire Landry or the wisdom in hiring Jimmy Johnson, Landry graciously made excuses for the way it was handled by the new owner.
I'm sure he was excited about getting the opportunity to, to own the Cowboys, and he wanted a good friend to be there too. And so, to me, that was pretty apparent that I wasn't going to be there.
According to one player, there wasn't a dry eye in the room when Landry told the team goodbye, and the man who for so long was a study in icy composure to most choked up and couldn't finish his last speech. And suddenly, he was gone, saying he would not return to football and was only sorry he went out a loser. But surely he knows better than that, because we know losing is something Tom Landry will never be remembered for. It's, in fact, the very opposite. Nick Charles, CNN Sports.
The new coach in Dallas has already started to assemble his sergeants in the battle to get back on top in the NFL wars. Miami Dolphins assistant head coach David Shuley, Don's son, has resigned to take a job on the Jimmy Johnson staff with the Cowboys. The move really should help.
Acquisition of the Dallas Cowboys. Schramm then resigned as Cowboys president to run the new developmental league that will play in Europe and here in the States. Schramm's departure was a foregone conclusion. In the new order in Dallas, Schramm was out of the loop.
This is a very emotional time for me.
To be expected, Texas Schramm, yes, that's his given name, resigned today as club president after 29 years to run the new International Football League. Outgoing commissioner Pete Rozelle was there. They were together in the 50s when Schramm, the Rams general manager, hired young Rozelle as PR director. Schramm left for CBS, where he supervised the first network Olympic coverage at Squaw Valley. Then at the same time, Rozelle became commissioner, and Schramm joined the expansion Dallas Cowboys. Each understood television, how it could turn the league into big business. It was TV that brought America's team into America's living rooms from the mid-60s to the mid-80s with 5 Super Bowl appearances. Owner Clint Murchison gave Tex a free hand. Tom Landry on the sideline, Schramm in the executive suite. It was magic. Till recently. Then came losing seasons, and in late February, new owner Jerry Jones. The first thing Jones did was fire Landry.
Having your relationship severed with somebody you've been very closely involved with for all that period, Tom Landry, was an emotional thing. Then right on the heels of that, going to the league meeting and finding out that the person that probably your closest personal friend is retiring and is not going to have the same relationship. That was a tough one for me.
But for Schramm, the second most powerful man in football, there are nearly 3 decades of Cowboy memories as he, Rozelle, and Landry leave the sporting life in short order. As Tex would tell you, it's a business. I'm Bob Lee, ESPN.